What we do here is go back.
Hey, what's everybody, Joe? Hey, what's everybody? Joe? That's awesome. Just cool. I'm just gonna smash the camera, but all right. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Joe Simpson here. I'm gonna do a mystery tackle box unboxing, and I've got something a little special, and just to keep you around, I'm gonna give you a quick sneak peek. Look at that. What do you think that is? All right, anyway, that's it. But I'm gonna tear into this mystery tackle box. Sorry if the camera shakes a little bit. I have it mounted on a pot, literally on a cooking pot, because my daughter has my gear in Japan, taking a much cooler trip than I'll ever be able to take with her school, and I'm just getting by with what I got. So anyway, let's do this unboxing, make it quick and painless. Now, if you guys remember, I was doing a mystery tackle box versus a lucky tackle box series, and I stopped doing that because I decided I wasn't going to keep going with either subscription, but one was already prepaid for 6 months. So I've got 3, maybe 2 months left of the mystery tackle box. Oh my lordy, this is going to be fun. So this is going to be pretty cool. So let's get into it. A sticker. Now I like to put these stickers on my camera boxes and camera cases and stuff, because I think they look cool. They probably don't, but I think they do. This is a scratch and win Carl's thing. Carl's Bait and Tackle. He's part of the mystery tackle box, like retail thing. This is actually cool. I've been looking for and thinking about getting some different square bills. So that's a, let's see if I can block my face. Yeah, that's a square bill. It's kind of a perch pattern, perfect for the summertime. I think this will be good. I've been using square bills lately at a couple ponds, having some pretty decent success, but I'm really kind of excited about this Weston baby duck. I saw somebody else in the mystery tackle box get a frog, and I was kind of looking forward to getting a frog, but I've got frogs, so I can't argue and complain too much here. I'm actually a little bit excited to have my first duck lure, and you know I'll try it and use it because what the heck, gotta use it. Now my question is, does anybody really think a fish, when it looks up at this, believes that this is a duck and says, oh, there's a duck, I want to go eat a duck? Or do you think they just say, there's a silhouette of something I think will fit in my mouth, let's go try to eat it? I think that's more the scenario. But here it is up close. Here it is up close and personal. I don't know if it focuses that close. Got 2 little legs here. It's a frog, basically. It's a frog. And it's got a couple of legs that hang down below. So I don't know if that's going to be awesome or not, but it's definitely cool. I mean, you want to be one of those guys that has a duck in your tackle box, because when people are like, dude, you have a duck? Do those really work? You're like, hell yeah, they work. They work really good when they work. And people are like, whoa, he's got a duck. He must know what he's doing. Then we got the Rage Tail. More, you know what, man? Here's the honest truth. I got this jig head rig here and all this stuff going on. Dude, I don't do any punching, jigging, worming, plasticking, hardly at all. Should I be shameful of that? Another bag of these. It's like, how many more bags of these can I get? That's my only problem with mystery tackle box and lucky tackle box. How many hooks and how many worms and how many jigs am I gonna get? Because I don't even throw them. So maybe I should start. I think I need to go out with SB, because he actually jigs his yang off, and that boy catches a lot of big fish, and I could learn a thing or two from a guy like that. And definitely will be using these. These are swim baits. I've been using these lately, and I love swim baits, and they will work. I will put a nice little white open hook jig head on there, swim bait head, and I will be off to the races. But let's get to what you wanted to talk about. That's the mystery tackle box. Again, actually pretty cool this time. I got a square bill, some swim baits, and a duck lure, and they've got a good variety going in that back. So that's a good one. Let's talk about this for a second, and let me give you some disclosure about this. But pause that thought. Hang on one second. Okay, you still with me? Okay. Now, first things first, I didn't think of this. I didn't come up with this idea. This is not original. This is not my idea. And I didn't create any product or make anything new here. I just adapted. So I have this guy, he's on the internet doing fishing videos like me, and he's from New York. And I met him because I recognized the accent. And one day I said, hey dude, you sound like you're from New York. And he says, guess what, I'm from New York. And I was like, cool, I used to live in Binghamton. He goes, I live in Binghamton. I'm like, cool, I went to Vestal High School. He's like, I went to Vestal High School. I think he went to Vestal. If he didn't, some of his brothers or uncles or friends and family and stuff did. Come to find out, long story short, me and this guy actually know the same dude. His uncle used to be a guy named Paffy, and I used to play catch with Paffy when I was like 15, 16. We played Babe Ruth League baseball. It's pretty cool. So small world. Him and I have been in contact ever since. He loves the Whopper Plopper, as do I, and his site and his channel, and please go see it because he's the creator of this lure, and he thought of it. He's not the creator of the lure, he's the creator of the adaptation of this lure. This is a river to sea product. I'm creating nothing new, so before anybody says you're stealing ideas and taking and whatever, I just took a river to sea product, had a little idea that I got from Topwater Maniacs. I didn't really have an idea. I misstated that. I basically just took a river to sea product, saw an idea from another guy, copied his idea, and put together a lure that I think will satisfy what I've been looking for. And you guys know it because I've been building lures and stuff and trying to make the smallest Whopper Plopper. He sent me a picture of like all these Whopper Ploppers that he had, the 130, the 130, the 110, the 90, and the 75, and he had this little booger down there. I'm like, whoa, what is that? And he's like, oh, that's that frog trailer. So River to Sea makes a frog trailer that looks like this. Let me see if I can get this in focus for you. All right, so that's a frog trailer, and this thing goes on the back of a frog. Well, actually, I can show you on the duck that I just opened up because it's kind of a frog. So what you would do is you take like a frog, if this was a frog, and you would take this little Whopper Plopper guy here. It probably won't work on this lure because the duck has a tail. And you stick these little round doo-wockies here. Actually, that would actually work. Right, okay. And you take this guy and you hang it off the back of your frog. And when you reel it through the water, it plops like a Whopper Plopper. So I think what this is River to Sea's move to satisfy an adaptation for frogs that would be like a Teckle Sprinker frog. So the Teckle frogs have the little flippy tail that makes the noise. River to Sea said, well, I can just give you the noise. So they hand you this little bugger right here. Well, here's what's cool about it. There is a shaft. Come on now. There's a shaft that runs down through the center of this thing, and that shaft can be adapted, and you can slide your own piece of metal and do your own concoction. So what I came up with was, I didn't come up with this, I'm not taking credit, but what I'm saying is what has been come up with this design by Topwater Maniacs was he took this and ran a post down through the center, attached a hook to the back, gave it a little distance, and some of the things that I did that were different than what he did, he had a number 4 hook, I believe, on the back of his. I put a number 6, and this is a VMC short shank number 6, so it's not going to interfere with the tail that much. But one thing I did was I went with a feather dressed one because I want some of that water drag to pull that hook back out of the way as it's swimming through the water. And my hope was that this thing would spin, and it does. It makes the plopper sound. It's beautiful. My hope was this thing would spin freely on this shaft and not cause line twist. Well, the problem is when this thing swims through the water, it has a little bit of a out of round nose. I mean, it spins beautifully, don't get me wrong. It's like brrr, just like a motorboat. As a matter of fact, I think it spins better than some of the Whopper Ploppers themselves. But that front has a little bit of a wiggle like this. It doesn't really stay true and everything spins around one centered place. It kind of oblongs. And so what that's doing is causing line twists. So I've got to get a really good ball bearing style snap or a ball bearing style device that's going to help reduce the line twist, kind of like you would use for like a spinner. So if anybody has any good recommendations for good ball bearing snaps or swivels to help me with line twist on this lure, that'd be great. But other than that, this thing is bad to the bone. It is small and it is exactly the weight you need for BFS. It is awesome. So here's another close look. You guys need to get some of these little frog deals here. I'm gonna do a video on how to actually put one together and what I do to take it apart and make it work. But that's about all I have today. Just want to do a little show and tell. And I'm gonna get some catches on that Whopper Plopper guy this weekend, probably tomorrow. It's gonna happen. I'll see you then. Later. Peace.